Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon, viewers. You're welcome to News at 12. I'm Phyllis and I'm presenting with
Abraham.
Audio Jungle.
KNUST astute students from the Department of Accounting and Finance/Marketing have enormously educated the public on bribery and corruption.
They vehemently spoke about its causes, effects and ways of addressing them in a conference meeting held by their head of department.
Audio Jungle.
The concept of bribery and corruption has been in existence of ages, which have made countries, organizations, economy, and citizens has suffered a lot in terms of job securing, resources allocation, wages and salaries for work performed, increasing profit margin by organization and reducing the GDP of countries. These concepts are embraced in most countries in the world, especially Africa, which is making the development of Africa countries so difficult, because the officials on top of the ladder are corrupt, precisely the government officials. So many scholars have shared more taught on this issue, we have learned in colleges and universities, yet no change. So where does it emanate from? Now let's consider the causes, the effects and ways to curb them from the conference room.
So to begin with, what is bribery? Bribery is an act which take the form of grease payments, small inducements intended to expedite decisions and transactions, or gain favors. And a typical example is a contractor guaranteeing an elected official 10% in kickback money in exchange for a large public infrastructure contract. Corruption, on the other hand, is the practice of obtaining power, personal gains, or influence through legitimate means, usually at others' expense. And a typical example is favoring friends and family members in the process of recruitment. Godfred, can you please tell us some of the causes of bribery and corruption? Yes, Dr. Daniel. My first point is greed of money and desires. When people are so desperate for money or wants to be rich quickly, thinking that what they receive out of job is nowhere near to their dreams, they tend to be accepting or giving bribery. 2. High levels of market and political monopolization. 3. Unemployment. Lack of jobs makes people become corrupt. For example, a political party may give some small amount of money to a certain groups of people to cause vandalism, chaotic behavior which is unacceptable, all because they are jobless, can't satisfy their wants. Stephen, how does bribery and corruption affect nations, as well as individuals? And tell us some of the ways we can prevent it in our country. Bribery and corruption increases transaction costs and creates insecurity in the economy. Bribery and corruption in businesses discourage existing shareholders in the organizations. It also damages the business brand name. Here are some of the preventive measures we can put in place to prevent them in our country. Patriotic citizens must report any form of bribery and corruption quickly for needed sanctions and punishment to be given. 2. Do not make facilitation payments to speed up the performance of a function by a government official unless you are physically threatened. 3. Management must have rules and policies guarding the actions and activities of people, such as ensuring that gifts and hospitality meet key criteria.
Honorable Minister, here's your verdict. Because you've taken bribe to allow this government to suffer this great loss, you are going to be imprisoned for 10 good years.